Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Fortune Shorty. Today I started an experiment. It was actually a request from my most viewed video, my making RSO video. Actually, it's making CBD RSO. But anyways, there's a lot of comments on it and there was a lot of requests or suggestions that I would try evaporating the isopropyl alcohol off of some of the extraction or the mixture. So instead of cooking it off, I am just going to let it evaporate. But what I did was so I didn't waste a bunch because it's an experiment, I took all of the residue or the leftover RSO, the leftover oil that I have accumulated in my little stand where I had my utensils sit, or in the bottom that I usually, when I'm making the RSO that's THC version, I just keep putting it in on top of itself. And whatever little bit of oil I can't suck up just goes into the next batch. And that's exactly what Rick Simpson does himself. But this time I took and I put a little bit of isopropyl on it and cleaned it up and got it all to be a liquid again and mixed it all together and put it into another jar, which I'm going to show you in a second. And I covered it with cheesecloth and I'm just going to let it evaporate in my spare bedroom because I have the door I can close. It's away from all my pets. A bunch of stuff isn't going to get into it, like dog hair and all that. I have it covered with cheesecloth, like I said, and it should be able to evaporate into the air and eventually give me a different kind of RSO that I didn't have to cook. Usually, if you're going to do it this way and you don't cook it, you would want to decarboxylate your medicine first and then put it in with the mixture or the isopropyl and then strain it and then evaporate your mixture. But because I started with the stuff I already cooked, then technically the way I do it, Rick Simpson says it decarboxylates it. So I guess he had some scientific people test it out and check it out, but they said that because of how he does it, it decarboxylates it. And then when you add the water in it, it already had the water in it to where I know it would already cooked out because it was already a RSO that was left in the bottom. So I took what I could make back into a liquid. I just thinned it out with some isopropyl and I just made it to where it was a liquid, and now I'm ready to evaporate. And it's a very, very dark liquid because I started with all of the other mixtures of the RSO. So this has got CBD, it's got THC, it's from the OG, from the White Widow, from the Harley Sue. So it's got all the combination of all of them, and it should be really good stuff once it evaporates. So we'll see how it goes, and today's day one. So let's show you that right now. I have my table set up in here now because I was going to start my seeds inside this year instead of out in my tent because it keeps raining and it's so humid out there. They're not going to do well. They're just going to get all yucky and slimy and moldy. So I didn't want that. But you can see here, I'll take you in. I started the sitting of the isopropyl and the 2 grams of RSO. And I'll set this aside over here. And you can see, I'll show you how liquidy it is. There it is. And it's going to evaporate. I have it leaned on the cover. When it sits on the edge like this, it's easier to suck it up with the syringes when it's over on one end. And that just makes it easier because it's all right there instead of all around the whole bottom of the jar. So, and it has the cheesecloth, and I have it doubled so you can see it barely has airway to get through there, and that's a good thing. So this is the day one of our experiment. So yay. And it is the 2nd of March. So, yay! We have our little experiment going. So this is nice. And right now it's 67 in here because the outside is the little thing that's down at the bottom. And so it's over in the corner. And so it's 67 degrees in here. And when I have my lights on, that's just a T5 fluorescent light bulbs. So it doesn't put out a lot of heat, but just enough to where this will evaporate just fine. So there we are. So I hope you all keep tuning in and have a peaceful day. And there it is. This should be the golden elixir of RSO very soon. So, thanks for watching. I hope it turns out good. We shall see.